I'm gonna start with some pull downs. One more, same weight. Well, there might be more than one. Drop set it. Yeah. I don't know why I'm using the wrist straps. I lightened it a little. Good, good. Drop it down again. Yeah. Shit. I got this funky handle. I don't know the name of it, but it's all good. This doesn't feel right. Something's off. Got to grab it lower. I think that's it. That's 160. Nothing crazy. Because of the handle, I can't really get a good stretch. I'm gonna have to switch the handle. I just wasn't feeling those low rows. She's gonna go old school row, 3 1/4 plates. She's gonna do one arm at a time, standing with this. Shit. I'll do it again. Drop the quarter. Just gonna do 3 plates now. Just one more here, and I feel like I gotta hit something a little more upper back. Oh. Yeah. I dropped it down to 2. I'm just gonna do seated. It's probably gonna be the last set. Seat a little lower than I would normally have it because I want to be up a little higher because I feel like I just want to hit the upper back a little bit more. So let's just do this. This will be set number 7, I think. 3, 7. Uh, I need something else. One or two sets of pullovers. Yeah, yeah. Holy crap. Whew. All right, let's do it again. I think just one more, possibly. Just drop it. Shoulders down on these. I don't want to be up here. Be down here. Yeah. Yeah. I almost feel like doing one more. All right. That's it for back. I think that was enough. It was 9 sets, which is usually a little high for me for back. But I have some dextrose. I have cardio to do, but I am going to get this dextrose in me. Just drink it down while I'm doing cardio. Some people are against that, but whatever. It is what it is. Running on empty. I got to refill it. I got a big bag in my car. So let's that was a good workout. Talk about it later at home. Just gonna kind of do a little bit of a new format here. But I'm gonna drink this, do 30 minutes cardio. Um, I'll see you guys at home. All right, so this is the best lighting I could find was in the garage. I got the garage light on. So inside the house, it's too bright. So okay, so today is day one of the cut. So it's been a little while. So it's kind of, it probably looks like in the video that I was speeding through that back workout, but I wasn't. It was just a normal speed workout. I just did less talking. I just wanted to sometimes the workout videos that I post, like I was going back and looking at some of them, and they are like some of them are like super long. People were probably like watching it, and like even I was getting bored with it. I was like, oh my god, okay. So I figured I'm going to document this entire cut process. I don't know how long it's going to last. Um, Probably at least 60 days, but I'm probably going to go even longer than that, to be honest with you, because I, you know, I've been very consistent lately. Well, through this whole year, I've really been consistent, with the exception of taking like maybe like 1 week off when I traveled across country, or twice. So I think it was like 2 weeks. But for the most part, the consistency with training is there, but the eating has been absolutely atrocious, man. Yes. Now, unfortunately, I fell into that habit of like getting too comfortable just eating whatever, and like I was counting my protein. I'm like, all right, I have to get protein because, I want to grow. But there was a lot of garbage in there. Like, I can't even tell you, how many Wawa hoagies and burgers and just all kinds of garbage I've been putting into my body. And the acne shows for it. So when you see my back, I'm going to peel the shirt off and we're going to do a day one, uh, check out the physique for day one. And then we'll see where we're at. We'll do maybe like a weekly physique check and we'll just compare and see where we're at. We'll see where the weight is. I'm currently at 219. So it's like 219.3, but call it 219. And I definitely got thick around the waist. And yeah, I'm definitely not happy with like just how I feel. Because when you put garbage in your body, like you just feel like shit, right? So I remember last year when I was doing the cut, like it was a fairly clean cut for the most part. I felt overall good, right? Like my energy level was up. I didn't feel bloated. The calories were pretty low. And that is not the case right now. Like I'm working out religiously, but the eating aspect, like I was thinking over this past weekend, I was actually in California for a wedding and I was at the hotel room and I'm just like looking at myself, anytime anybody who lives in a hotel by themselves, like hitting these poses and stuff. And I'm like, oh boy, we desperately need a cut. So that's what we're going to do. And, but real quick, I want to talk about the back workout before I take off the shirt. The back workout was good. I went a little higher in sets than I normally do. Usually back like 6, 7 sets. I don't usually, excuse me, I don't usually go too much higher than 7 sets. Sometimes, but I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did 9 sets there. So the first 2 sets of pull down, the wide grip, like pull down like this, because I can't do them like this. It's gonna really inflame the bicep tendonitis and bring that about. And that's been really good like all year. So I don't want to deal with that right now. So we went this grip, like maybe about yay right here. And those, if you notice, those first couple sets, I was coming down and I was squeezing, and it was freaking heavy, man. Like that, those first 2 sets were really heavy. And just coming down on like the first 5 or 6 sets, just really squeezing, and then just like kind of pumping them out. But overall, it was a phenomenal back pump. I'm trying to just really concentrate on like slow movements, like even with the rows, whether the seated rows or the single arm rows, I was like really just kind of coming back and like really concentrating on the negative. So I've been trying to concentrate on that for like all of my exercises. I was doing chest the other day, yesterday, and I had I think it's an incline press. At least it feels like it's hitting the lower part the way it's positioned. It was just a hammer strength, but I had 3 1/4 plates on, and I was only able to get about 7 or 8 of them, but every single one, well, except for like the last one, every single set was like up and then like really slow, controlled negative. So I've just been getting some pretty good workouts doing that. So, but today's back workout was pretty good. I really can't complain. I definitely feel it, and I know my back is getting bigger because my suit jackets, they're like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years old. But I was at the wedding in California Saturday, and I was kind of sitting there at the ceremony, and I'm like, the jacket was so tight. And I remember thinking in my head, I'm like, if I just do a lat spread right here in my seat, like I'm gonna rip the freaking jacket, right? So I think I got to get some new jackets. So, but let's see what we got here. We'll see what we're working with. Um, ugh. Let's see here. I'm definitely not happy with the physique. How's the uh, how's the exposure here? That makes a difference. Maybe a little lower exposure will make me feel a little less self-confident. But as you can see, like if you compare the end of last, uh, was it the end of October last year? I mean, you could see my abs. Like I'm squeezing my abs, man. You can't see jack right now. It's just like one big glob. And where I know one of the things that is a serious indicator for me where I know I really need to start doing a cut is when I extend my lats like this, and you can't even see the serratus muscles. Like, you know, you can't you can't see jack shit right now. Like they're just non-existent. So, um, you know, this is where we're at. Let's see, hit a couple poses here. Not bad. I mean, we still got the roundness of the shoulders. The rear delts are definitely coming in. You can see them when I come back like this. Like they really look pretty good. See if I can get a good angle with the back here. So we'll just like a standard relaxed pose, and then see if I can hit it right here. Oof. I can't even like hardly do it because I just trained back and my back is like super sore. But this is what we're looking at. So definitely put on a lot of fat, carrying a lot of water as well, which is weird because it's so freaking humid here that I mean you're constantly sweating. You sweat all freaking day, right? I don't remember. Oh, the camera's over here. I'm like looking over here, but yeah, uh, holding a lot of water, but I'm drinking a lot of water because I need a lot of water because it's freaking humid in Florida. You know what I mean? So let's see how the the suction. Is, it's you can barely see the rib cage. Ready? Watch. I mean, overall, like I'm not gonna lie, you know, definitely can tell that I put on some size. Uh, I probably would have put on more quality size if I was eating cleaner on the bulk, but like literally all year, I mean, maybe at the very beginning of the year, I was eating a little bit cleaner for the bulk, but like from when did I come out here to Florida? I think it was like March. Was it March? Yeah, like the end of March. And then like I just got super comfortable with, going to Wawa and getting a hoagie, and then or going to in no, they don't have In and Out here. What's the burger place? Steak and Shake. They're actually really good burgers, man. If you're ever in Florida, go to Steak and Shake. They cook everything in beef tallow, which is kind of cool. But um, but yeah, I've been eating. Let's see if this keeps recording. But a second here. Oof. But yeah, you know, it just goes to show you, like this where I'm at right now is a perfect example of if you only take one ingredient of, bodybuilding, you take the training, right? Everybody thinks, well, the training is the most important part. And there's truth to that, but there's equally as important parts too, like the eating, right? Sleeping, hydration, all that comes into play, right? Without all of those, you really, I mean, yeah, you'll probably put on some newbie muscle and stuff, but you're not going to grow the way you want to. You're not going to diet down the way you want to. Um, but for me, the training and the hydration is there, and even the sleep. Like I'm sleeping a brand new house, man. I got a comfortable ass king bed that my wife made me buy, and you know, it's freaking great. It's comfortable. So I've been sleeping really good lately. Like we've been in this house for maybe like 6 weeks now. So sleep is on point. but the diet is all jacked up. I'm not counting my fats. I'm not counting my carbs. I'm eating whatever. I'm only counting the protein. I'm like, all right, I have to hit 200 grams of protein. And 9 times out of 10, like if I go, like if I go to like Wendy's or something, or Wawa and get a, like I'll be like, oh, I'll just get a turkey hoagie or a roast pork hoagie, and I kind of guess the protein, like based on what I know. So I'm probably even off with that. So I I don't mean to give excuses, but I mean there really is no reason for an excuse, but a lot of shit happened this year, right? You moved cross country. And it was a very lengthy process. It was a stressful process. I have an eyelash in my eye. But with the diet seriously off, I didn't make the gains that I wanted thus far this year. But we're going to get back in the game. Today's day one. We are going to, I'm going to record everything that I eat, I think. I think that's a good way to do it, right? So like in the morning, I'll just record for 60 seconds what I have for breakfast, the 2 meals that I have at lunch. Like for instance, today I had 1 packet of organic instant oatmeal, and then I had 2 whole eggs and like 3 or 4 egg whites with a tiny bit of ground lamb. And then for lunch, I had half a pound of ground lamb, 80/20. So it's a little higher in fat, but I drained it. I drained most of it. There was a little bit left because I had a baked potato, just a plain baked potato with no butter, no cheese, no nothing on it. Just a little bit of sea salt and pepper. So kind of like mixed it all up, and that was good. And then I had the same exact thing for the second meal. And then when I came home, I had actual ground hamburger meat with another potato, right? So potatoes, they're low in calories, but they're filling too, right? So it's lower in carbs, quick digesting carb, but it's it really doesn't. It's not high in calories if you just get 1 medium-sized russet potato, the organic ones. So that's what I had, and then I'll whip up like maybe probably about 10 to 12 egg whites, probably a dozen egg whites before I go to bed. So it'll be like 36 grams of protein. So I will be like right around 225 grams of protein, but we'll talk about all that later. I'll start recording all the meals tomorrow. I didn't think to do it today, but this is where we're at, and let's just see how lean we can get. I just want to see how lean I can get. I'm 48 years old. Let's just go for it, man. We got pretty lean last year, like towards the end of October. If you watch that one video, I wouldn't go as far as to say like I was diced. There was mistakes that I made, right? So it was like the first cut that I had done in like God knows how long, like decades, right? So, but I've learned some things along the way. So, we'll learn from that cut and just be better this time around, right? So stay tuned. Have a great night. Hope you liked the workout. Hope you liked all this crap I just spit out of my mouth. But welcome to my garage. My car's outside because we got a bunch of, I got like a lawnmower and we got trash cans. We can only really fit my wife's car in here. Otherwise, I have nowhere to put like all my tools and stuff like that and stuff. My wife has me doing all kinds of upgrades to the house, so just keeping me busy. But anyway, have a great night. Get your ass to the gym if you haven't been there, and we'll see you tomorrow.